Wait.
Do it.
Do it. Making sure that
Hold
it's you.
it. Hold it.
Don't make me laugh.
Make sure you're centered.
Put a picture of Wombat there.
Hello!
Hey. Technology, eh?
Hey, I'm Nick.
I'm Steph.
And I'm Miles.
And this is Chris, the screenplay fish, aka today, Miles English Girl.
What?
Named by Waffle360. I don't know what the joke is. Miles.
It's from an old screenSAY episode where we came up with that idea of a game where a horse collects little English girls.
Oh yeah.
And I screamed down the barrel, "I'd like a little English girl! I want a little English girl."
Yeah.
And that's where it came from.
Wow, okay. All right, well, we've gone on a journey. But today, we're not talking about naming the fish, though if you do want to name that fish, use the hashtag #NameThatFish in the comments below. Today, what do you guys think of when I say the word Star Wars Battlefront 2?
Loot boxes is what I think of.
Primarily loot boxes. I also think of a black hole full of sadness.
Well, there's no more loot boxes. Well, that's not even true. There are going to be some loot boxes still in the game, but they've gotten rid of microtransactions based around loot boxes. It's very complicated, really. They've just gone back to old video game styles because there was a bit of a kerfuffle.
I would say it was more than a kerfuffle.
How would you describe it?
I would say it is a widespread public outcry.
What if you just had to use like one cool word, though?
Outcry.
Yeah, this kind of kicked off the whole loot boxes in courts across the world, legislators coming in.
Are they gambling?
Yeah.
ERSB doing sweet FA about it and having to do their like, "Ooh, it's gambling, but it's not. Parents are stupid."
Yes, I mean, that's a very good impression. And then this has happened for the last couple of months. Turns out EA have been working behind the scenes the entire time to fix this problem. And they've fixed it. And they've come out and they've gone, we've fixed the game.
It's interesting because they were like, we're gonna take all this stuff away for the moment while everyone is, you know, having an outcry.
Mm. Yep. Or a kerfuffle. You know, your choice.
Kerfuffle sounds like a bumbling, jovial thing.
That's
I
true.
feel like an outcry is like, "Bruh."
Clusterfuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they were like, but they will be back. Eventually.
And this is the eventually. We've hit
And we
eventually.
were all like, oh, nice one, EA. Like, you're going to take it away just until all this blows over, and then you're going to bring it back and nothing will have changed. But I'm pleasantly surprised to see that they have actually found a workable solution.
So some things have changed. We'll go through it now. So basically, the big problem that it seemed like, beyond the fact that loot boxes and the random chance, was that the loot boxes had progression stuff in them, that you could be better at the game if you spent money on the game. So they have eradicated that completely. You can only earn star cards, which is the way that you get abilities and level up and more powerful characters and that sort of thing. You can only earn star cards through gameplay, not through randomized crate systems anymore.
Yeah.
You get basically skill points when you complete things in the game, and then at predetermined levels you can unlock things that everybody gets at the same time. So that seems fair. That seems like a good thing.
Like every other game.
Like all the other games.
Every single other multiplayer game ever.
They finally played a game, and they went, oh, this one works too.
So didn't we do this in
Maybe we
Battlefront?
shouldn't try to cheat everyone out of their money.
Yeah, it seems to be working. The second big change is that crates and loot boxes still exist, but they're cosmetic only, and you can't buy them. So you get crates and loot boxes as a reward for things in the game. And in those, you can get credits, emotes, or other cosmetic items, nothing gameplay related, and you can't spend money to buy a random chance thing.
As it should be.
As it
Wait a
should
minute. What can you buy now, though? If I am the whale,
Yep.
which I'm not, I'd like to be the whale mostly.
If you've
can
got
I-
cash to burn,
I've got a lot of like disposable income, no children, and no commitments other than my rank in Battlefront 2. What can I buy?
So if you want to buy like a Luke skin, or a Leia skin, or a whoever else is in the game skin, you can just buy it outright, straight away. As long as you buy the crystals first, the crystals it's probably a system where it costs less crystals to buy a skin than the amount of crystals you can minimally purchase. You need to buy like 1,000 crystals,
right.
but it's only $800 to
so
buy
then
a
you've got
skin.
these ones left over and you're like, well, I may as well buy something else, but nothing else here
Like every other
is
game.
worth the 5 crystals, so I guess I'll
Exactly.
buy some more crystals, and then you'll always have a surplus.
So yeah, you've done what they should have just done with to begin with, and that's just have the kind of like stealing your money with loot box system instead of creating this nasty roundabout way of getting as much money and time out of us as possible. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Help me!
Is it too late to be able to make this kind of change?
Yes, I don't think it's bad that they did it, but I don't think that this saves Battlefront. Like, Battlefront had its time in the sun, and it burned to a crisp gloriously. But instead, what I think this is doing is this is saying, moving forward, this is EA's business model.
Yeah.
We were worried that EA's business model.
It's a line in the sand.
Yeah, because I think
hate
that
sand.
that's so true. They've drawn this line and they've gone, if they ever put in a loot box that you can buy with actual money that gives you a chance at getting something, and heaven forbid any gameplay thing, there will be, I mean, the outcry to this was enormous. I don't know what'll happen. There will be the apocalypse. They can never. Anthem is safe from the business practices of Star Wars Battlefront 2. I think that's what this story is.
I think you've made a really good point there, Nick, that Anthem...
I think Steph made it, and then I just kind of like
Where?
said the word Anthem.
I think that Anthem has got a lot of pressure on its shoulders as like the last great hurrah for EA. Because imagine if Anthem fails. That studio's done and dusted, man. Like, what else have they got? FIFA? Already sucking our money, but not in the same way. Battlefront? I don't know. Need for Speed? Yeah.
They might be working on something behind the scenes. Some
Yeah.
little secret project, codenamed something like
Box.
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 Loot.
Box of Loot. That'd be
Yeah,
a
and
great
it's-
code name that
and you-
leaks.
and
That
you-
would be a fantastic code name to use, and that gets out, and then suddenly everyone freaks out.
Codenamed Free Gift.
I like that one. Ooh. This just makes me happy that... I mean, is happy the right word? Am I happy about the fact that I'm still buying a game
I
and
feel
then...
vindicated. I
Right.
feel like as a group of gamers, our outcry was heard,
We accomplished something.
and we accomplished something.
Yeah, but, I mean, it is a lesson that if you scream loud enough and long enough and are angry enough on the internet, you can get anything done. I mean, we basically had a toddler tantrum, and then they finally gave us the sugar. Except in this case, the sugar is like, pay $60 and then you can pay more money on top of that to get like Luke in a skivvy. So then the next question here is, do we think that this is going to cause ripples in other games? That, you know, I'm not playing Battlefront. I wish that this stuff applied to games that I'm currently playing where I can buy loot boxes with real money that give me a chance at getting the skins and stuff that I like. Are we gonna see enough of a shift there?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think whether the game has loot boxes or not, I think everyone will be examining their business model going forward, seeing the reaction to something that was, you know, by and large, transparently trying to cheat people out of money in a really horrible way. I think people will be really thinking twice about how they go, you know, forward with their business models, and particularly involving loot boxes, but I think just microtransactions across the board.
Do you reckon that a game like Overwatch, right, they're going to re-examine their current business model, or Blizzard are going to go, hey, moving forward, maybe we look at whether or not loot boxes are right for the next thing we're making?
I think no one's going to make any changes, dude. I think this is going to be like, everyone, all the other big devs, the Blizzards, the Activisions, the Blizzard Activisions, all the other ones, they're literally just going to kind of sit tight, let this shit blow over, and then be like, remember those Year of the Dog skins? They're back! And just like really slowly push those loot boxes towards you and be like, they're only going to be available for 48 hours, like the skins on Fortnite.
I mean, I don't think Overwatch will be changing their business model, but I think new games coming out, I think when they put together a business model for those games, I think they'll think hard about.
But we can all agree that microtransactions are here to stay.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no
Oh, yeah.
way that
Oh,
that's
yeah.
going.
They're
away.
going
I think
nowhere.
I think that EA have landed on the best scenario for everyone involved, that shareholders get all their money, the company gets to make that cash, we don't get screwed too badly, but we're still unhappy. It's a compromise where everyone's unhappy, so therefore it's probably the right thing to do for everybody. But we put the question out to you guys, what you think about this. Here's your screenSAY. Our first answer comes in from Yum Haggis, who says, too late! It was a pretty shallow game at launch, and most players have moved on by now. Which I think we can agree with.
These are the facts. Apparently one of the biggest problems with the game was that you needed to be at very high level in order to get like the rocket launcher, which let you shoot down anything in the air.
Yeah.
And like guys are spawning into games in A-Wings and shit. It was just terrible. So yeah, it's done. Goodbye.
It's gone. Goodbye.
riddance.
And the next answer came in from Full Lucky, who said, so, as an employee of a department store, I would say too little too late. We still have an entire shelf of stock for that game, around 40 to 50 copies, whereas most of the time, you'll just get one small section of that shelf for others, 5 to 8 copies, and that's just for PS4. So, anecdotal evidence, but here on the internet, we accept that as core-based truth.
Do you think that's a department store thing where they're like, kids love Star Wars, let's order twice as many of these games. It's gonna be great.
I am thinking when I think department store, I'm thinking that EA, the Battlefront 2, is next to like leather sofas and sort of overpriced vacuum cleaners. It's like crammed there in that small section where all the cases are in those big hard plastic snap lock things that you need to take up to the counter and go, "Can I have the game, please? Please unlock it for me because my stubby fingers can't get in this."
Can we do a weird roleplay where like department store owner and customer have an interaction?
Okay.
Hey kid, you look like a kid that likes Star Wars. I've got so many Star Wars games right here for you.
I love the Star Wars. I also want to cattle. I came to the right store.
Well, you're in luck because we got extra stock. Do you have any friends that might want Star Wars games?
Yes, and. That's an improv joke. I don't know if you'll pick that up. A final answer came in from Mark Thompson, who said, did they bother to fix all the other glitches in the game?
Probably not.
No, they didn't. I mean, they've probably been doing things over the past couple of months.
Updates
Some balance updates, that sort of thing. Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I haven't logged back in since that first terrible day.
That's a sick burn. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. Let us know in the comments if you think this is too little too late. Is this a good future for the rest of EA's titles? And also, while you're there, name.fish using the hashtag name.fish. We'll see you later. Goodbye.
It's very expensive.
Oh, no, it's fine, mate. These things are rock solid.
No!
If you enjoyed this video like we did, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and there's a massive button below, and that's the subscribe button. You should start there. Then make your way towards the comments, and then go towards the like button. Why don't you like some of the comments of the other people who've also commented as well? Just keep this whole thing moving, babe. Just keep it
Unless
moving.
they're saying mean things about us, and then you can be like, thumbs down.
No, we can take it. We can take it. Also, check these videos out.